hear me? Good? Nice. Well, who is here from fintech area? 1, 2, 3. Not many. Cool. So today I'll speak about how to enable teams use self-served, instantly available data to make efficient data-driven decisions. My name is Edgar. I work in TransferWise. Worked in finance, then on product and on growth now. And on fintech, I went to Finland to a business forum, and the host said that the first time he heard this terminology, he thought it's Finnish technologies from Finland. They're actually from Estonia. Joking. Fintech means financial technology. Usually applies to companies that solve some fintech financial service problem that all financial systems are not really able to do because probably of their old infrastructure. That's how TransferWise started. Those two guys, founders, Kristo and Tavid, they had a problem. They were both living in UK. David was paid in euros, and Kristo was paid in pounds. But Kristo had a mortgage in Estonia, so he needed euros. David needed some pounds to spend in London to have a nice life, but they didn't want to use banks to exchange money because the rate was too high. They noticed that banks use a markup on exchange rates. So they Googled the rate and it was different. So they decided to exchange money with each other. After that, they thought, okay, we're solving this problem for us. They opened a Skype forum where they found same people with same kind of problems or who were aware that didn't want banks to charge them so much. And those people were able to exchange money with each other. But then again, if you're solving a problem for 100 people, probably there are more. And that's how TransferWise started. It started with an idea, and after 7 years today, we still use the same approach. So when you are using TransferWise to send money, you get a mid-market exchange rate. That is different from what you get from banks. You pay in a local bank account, in a local currency, where we then send money to a recipient in their local bank account in their local currency. Ideally, money doesn't cross borders. And you can understand how many middlemen we're cutting. We're reducing lots of cost by not sending it via SWIFT or other banks that, if you're familiar with how bank works and sends money internationally, you'll understand me perfectly. So here we save lots of money, and we have a transparent fee, which is obvious. We have to make some money as well to stay, to build the product further. We aim to be 10 times cheaper than the banks, obviously to reduce our costs and to reduce the fees for our customers. We move money at a speed previously thought impossible. Why should it be? So emails are really fast, right? It's 2-3 seconds and it's there. So why transfers, why money can be on your bank account with the same period of time? It can be. It takes 20 seconds from GBP to Euro to send money. And we make it easy and convenient for our customers. We also opened a virtual accounts for our customers, where we provide 40 currencies, where you can exchange at mid-market exchange rate. Send it, receive it, and spend it with real exchange rates with a shiny green debit card. So it brings us to the point where we are today, after 7 years. We have 4 million of customers who love us. We move around 3 billion pounds in a month. We grow with a pace of 100%. We're profitable since Q1 in 2017. And we have around more than 1,300 Wisers. Wisers are the people, employees of TransferWise, so that you know. So you may ask, okay, this is cool. There's lots of stuff going on, and probably you have lots of data. You'll be right. So I'll tell you how we approach this data, how we structure our analytics team to make better decisions. But before that, I'll explain you how teams in TransferWise work. We work in autonomous teams, independent ones that focus on KPIs to make the difference for our customers and drive our growth. So for you to understand, it's a pretty flat hierarchy. There are no micromanagement. If there would be a business intelligence team and somebody would come and ask, oh, please do that for me, I need that data. Business intelligence team would say, no, I'm not doing it. Because what drives teams is our KPIs, key performance indicators. Who are here product managers? Do we have any? Okay. So product managers usually know that the best because that's basically the number that shows how close you are to your mission. And this is how our teams more or less structured. Obviously, we have analysts in different teams. And we have no business intelligence team. Together we form an analyst guild. I'll tell you more about it later. But first, let's look at our vision. We enable teams to learn fast through instant access to right data and understand how to use it, while providing context and making sure that customers understand it. So what it means is that we have all the data. We teach employees how to use it. And we are not a bottleneck for a company. Obviously, it has its own pros and cons. For pros, everyone is in a separate team, so that makes them really know the subject that they're working on and make the analysis better. So most of the team have an analyst who can help the team, help the PM, engineers to understand if they're achieving their mission or not, if they need to focus on something else. Another good thing about it is that analysts drive a change from the beginning till the end. It's not a business intelligence team that provides some data and forgets about it. For us, it's more important to drive an impact, to have an impact that helps our customers. So, for example, reducing cost. It's one of the things that analysts find stabilized, like find the balance, what's the right way to do it. Sorry, I'm moving too fast. Cons. It can be lonely. So as an analyst, you are working in a team, but you're not working with other analysts. It's not always perfect. Not everyone is able to work in that environment, but we're working on it. What we do as a guild, we do hackathons, we do brown bags where every analyst shares their knowledge with each other. We went karting last time. This was fun. But okay, we have this wonderful analyst team, guild, but how do we enable teams to use the data, make decisions? We use Looker. It's a UI where you can create graphs, looks, views, dashboards, and it connects several databases. We put it all together, we show employees how to use it, which allows us not to be a bottleneck. So if we're aiming to growth, that means we can have bottlenecks. Analysts, it would be an analyst's fault if a team is not able to achieve a mission. That's why we decided to have an analyst in every team to know the subject and to use Looker, which also allowed us to involve engineers and operations to contribute into there. As you can see here, there are more than 80 people, active users, who develop something in Looker. And that's not the number of analysts that we have in TransferWise. The number of analysts is lower. Instant access, we give it to teams. They have all the data they need to make decisions. They have reports, they have dashboards. And 70% of employees actually use Looker. There are 600 looks that are created every month, 150 dashboards that are created every month, and around 30% of Wisers open Looker every day. Obviously, we have to make sure that the data is correct, so we're there, and every analyst owns a piece of code and his stuff that he or she is exporting into Looker. It's like shared engineering platform where every engineer is responsible for the code that he or she wrote. And then we invest time into educating employees. We do Looker sessions, SQL sessions. I taught finance and HR how to use Looker just because I think they can use it, they can understand which data is there, and try to build something themselves. And if they have a problem, they would come back and ask. So while I can focus on something else. And yeah, we don't have questions, but if you will have, you can come to a workshop tomorrow where I'll talk about analyst progression. How can an analyst develop not only in the technical skills, but also in some other ones as communication or problem solving or moving something from the beginning till the end. And said this, I want to share with you one of our values, which is, it's not a revolution. It's not a job, it's a revolution. So thank you.